guys, welcome to another video. I am Lexie. If you're new here, welcome. I hope you enjoy this video because I think it's going to be a fun one. But if you're not new here, thank you for joining. So I decided that this week we're going to do a little bit of a different video. Usually I do like lifestyle vlogs, but I'm going to do a favorites video to show you guys all of my favorite things as of right now. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. So my first category that I've put together is clothes. So I absolutely love these new jeans that I got. They are black jeans. They're from American Eagle. They just have like a simple slit in both knees and they're like mom jeans. I don't normally wear mom jeans, but I really like these. I wore them today. They're super comfy. And this is the first pair of jeans that I have bit the bullet and actually sized up to my actual size instead of trying to get the size that I wore in high school repeatedly, even though I don't fit them anymore. So they fit super comfy and I just love American Eagle jeans. So that was my first one. Next is literally anything Old Navy. I do so much damage in Old Navy. Last time I went, I spent like $200 and I'm pretty sure it's the same every time I go in. But I love their basics as long as they're thick enough. So sometimes they have like super thin material, but if you get good basics, then they're really good and they last a really long time. So literally half of my basics wardrobe is Old Navy and I love Old Navy so much. So the next one is my athletic brand that I love. I do have some Gymshark and the ones that I have, like I only have like 2 things from there. And the ones that I have, I'm just not a huge fan of. I like them enough to wear them regularly, but my all-time favorite brand right now is Fabletics. I have super cute like training bras. I'll show you like a picture of the style that I have right now. It is my all-time favorite sports bra. It is super high impact, so it's a great running bra, and I have like double D boobs, so like it's a good bra. Even for running, it doesn't like make me hurt at all. And then the Power Hold leggings and biker shorts are absolutely my favorite. They really cinch you in, they make you feel good, they're curvy, and they don't slide down and roll a bunch. Even when you're doing like squats or RDLs or something like that. They're also not see-through, and literally everything that I have from Fabletics I love and wear all the time. So 10 out of 10 times that I'm going to the gym, I'm wearing at least one piece of Fabletics. So usually at least a sports bra. And yeah, none of this is sponsored, by the way. I wish it were sponsored. I wish I could be sponsored by Fabletics and Old Navy and all of the other brands that I love. But yeah, so those are currently my top favorite clothing items and clothing brands that I'm loving. And they're all a decent enough price point. Moving right along, we have my hair care products. And I know my hair looks really gross right now because I did not fix it today. So you're just gonna have to take my word for it that these work and they work well. So right now I am using the Batiste original dry shampoo. I also really love the Verb dry shampoo and I want to try Amika, but I haven't yet. So this one is, I think, the best quality for the cheapest price, kind of that middle point that I really like, kind of a sweet spot, because I use it so much that I don't want to spend a ton of money on it. And another thing that I use every day is this Moroccan Sleek hair oil from Garnier Fructis. I absolutely love this stuff. This is my second bottle of it and I'm almost out. I also love this serum. I haven't had this one in a little bit because I've been using the other, but when I run out of that one, I'm switching back to this one for a little bit. Both of them are really great hair oils. So this one is also Garnier Fructis. I like their hair oil. And then my current shampoo and conditioner that I just am like finishing up bottles of is the Maui. I use the purple one and I genuinely really like it, but I wanted to branch out and try something new. So the next one I'm trying is this one, and Dre says he really likes this one, so stay tuned to see if I love it. And then on hair wash days I use this, the Redken One United spray. It is literally a holy grail. It has like 25 different benefits and it is so good. It takes the place of like your heat protectant and it takes the place of your leave-in conditioner and all of that stuff. So I love this stuff. This is the only thing in my hair like hair routine right now that is actually a higher price point, but it's definitely worth the splurge. This is my second bottle that I'm going through and they last a while, so I think it's worth it. I also absolutely love my wet brush and it is a game changer. It's so flexible and it's really gentle in your hair and I absolutely love it. I've had it for probably a year now, but that is currently all of my hair care favorites. Let me know if you guys try these out and if you like them. But yeah, so moving on to the next one. So next is my skincare routine. I have a really simple skincare routine. My skin does not do well with lots of products, and it takes a really long time to adjust to new products. So I don't change it very often. It's been the same for quite some time, but I use the CeraVe or CeraVe. I think it's CeraVe. I've always said CeraVe, but I saw a commercial the other day that said CeraVe. So anyways, this face wash, I didn't go get it out of my shower because I was too lazy, but that's what it looks like. It is my favorite face wash. It is really gentle and I have very oily skin, so it works really well. So my second step in my routine is this product. It is the Thayer's facial toner. It's witch hazel and rose petal and I really love it. It just makes my skin feel really fresh and clean and pure. And then this one, I tried a new moisturizer. That's my next step, by the way. I tried a new moisturizer. I tried the Drunk Elephant one and it was too heavy for my skin, so I came back to this one. This is actually also a refill that I absolutely love. So it has SPF in it and it is just super light. It doesn't make my face greasy. It doesn't make me feel gross. It like throughout the whole day, my skin is moisturized and it's not dry, but it's also not greasy. It's just the perfect balance for my skin. So this one also is a little bit of a higher price point. I think this bottle is like $28. It's a higher price point for me because I like to be cheap, but it is so worth it and it lasts a really, really, really long time. So this is a splurge that is certified by me. So that is all of my skincare. I told you guys it's really short and sweet, but those are like tried and true products that I really, really love. And so yeah, I hope you enjoy them too if you try them. Next section is workout favorites. I'm gonna start with like products and then talk about my workout split. So these three products are newer. They're from Amazon, but I absolutely love them. So here's my gym bag. I got it from Amazon. It has all kinds of like nooks and crannies in it and different pockets. Next is this Power Guidance barbell pad. It is super thick and it is a game changer when it comes to hip thrusts. I even lent it to a girl at the gym and let her use it because she was trying to fold up the yoga mat and she was like, this was so much better. Thank you so much. So I really love this and it's the most aesthetically pleasing one that I could find on Amazon that looked like it was good quality. Next is my Fit Girl ankle strap. I absolutely love this. I use it for kickbacks. And it's just great. It's super comfy, it's padded, and I love it. I don't know what else to say about it, but I love it. So if you're looking for an ankle strap, Fit Girl is definitely a really good brand. But yeah, so those are my favorite gym products right now. My current gym split is day 1 is quads and glutes, day 2 is back and buys, day 3 is hamstrings and glutes, and then day 4 is shoulders, chest, and triceps, and then some glutes at the end. I am hitting glutes 3 times a week to try and focus on glute growth, and it is working. And I really enjoy this split. It has been a game changer for me. I got it from Kelly Matthews, who is a really good fitness influencer if you need one. But yeah, so that is my current workout split and I'm really loving it. I also got my certification earlier this year to be a certified personal trainer through the National Academy of Sports Medicine. And I love learning, and that gave me another opportunity to learn some new stuff. So that's been great. And yeah, I've just loved writing my own programs and learning how to structure programs. So next I want to talk about random household stuff, because if you don't know, I moved into an apartment out of my parents' house this past summer on July 1st actually. So some home favorites of mine, this pillow and pillowcase. I literally take this pillow everywhere with me. I love this pillow. I got it off of Amazon, and my brother had it first and I used it for like a month. I don't get any neck pain with it. I literally love this so much. My boyfriend tries to steal it all the time. But yeah, so I have this, and then these silk pillowcases. I have actually repurchased these silk pillowcases. We just love them. They're great for your hair and for your skin, and we wash them once a week to keep them clean and fresh. But this is, I've had this pillow for over a year now. I love this pillow, and it doesn't go flat. And it's very bouncy, but it also gives a lot of support. So my next two things are actually kitchen items. I'm loving our Brita filter. We've had it for, I think, almost a year, like a year in January. I think we bought it in January. I know, because we have to change it every 6 months. We have to change the filter. But we love our Brita filter. We don't drink any water unless it's out of a bottle of water or our Brita filter. And we use it all the time. It's amazing. And then I also, for this past Prime Day, got a food chopper on Amazon, and it has been amazing when it comes to cutting, especially onions. So I use onions in a lot of dishes, and I hate cutting onions, and I can never cut them correctly to get like the little diced onions. And now I can, and it takes me like 0 time. I love my food chopper. But those are my two favorite kitchen items right now. And then I just love decorating. Just finding my own style. It's very minimalist, very subtle. Like, I just bought this Christmas pillow. Isn't this so cute? But like right now, I'm loving just Target decor. It always has like the very minimalist and beige and all of that, and I'm definitely in my like boring beige era, and I love it. It is so like calming. So I went Christmas shopping today, and I got like these little trees. I got this tree collar for our tree that we're gonna buy this year, and I got like ornaments, and I'm just like loving being in my like homeowner era. Not really a homeowner, because it's just an apartment that we're renting, but like my home decorating era. And it has been so fun to just go and like pick out little things that I love. And I just literally could not go a favorites video without mentioning my Simple Modern cup. I literally drink multiple of these a day. It has drastically improved my water intake, and I just love it so much. It fits in my cup holder in my car, and it's easy to carry around. It doesn't spill unless you turn it like completely upside down and then it drips. I also got the most adorable little straw cover. The straw cover came in a pack of 6, I think, and it has 3 white ones and 3 like baby pink ones, and I think they're precious and they fit my aesthetic really well, in case you can't tell. Alright, so next are my favorite books. I have quite the stack here. So my first one that I want to talk about is Who Are You Following by Sadie Robertson Huff. But this is about following Jesus in a social media obsessed world. I read this at a point in my life where I wasn't really happy with my life and I was really struggling with comparison. And this is such a great book about kind of grounding yourself and not being so obsessed with social media. It's a really great book. I recommend this to all teenage girls. Like, it's amazing. The next one is a really good book. It's called Last Supper on the Moon. This is by Levi Lusko. It says NASA's 1969 lunar voyage, Jesus Christ's bloody death, and the fantastic quest to conquer inner space. This is such a great book, and the way he writes is beautiful. I love the way that he writes. He has a really good way of expressing things. I have not finished this book all the way, but I have gotten a good chunk into it and I love it. So I took a break. I don't remember why. I think I was moving when I was trying to read this, and life just got hectic. So I will definitely be picking this back up, but it is one of my favorites. Next one is Almost Adulting, and I suggest this book for anybody who is like in your older teens, like getting ready to become an adult. It's just a great, like, just talking about things that you need to know as an adult. It's just a really good book. I love it. The next one is The Ruthless Elimination of Hurry. This is a Christian book about how being in a hurry really pulls you away from God and what you can like actually do to combat that. And it gives like really good like steps, logical steps that you can take. It's not just a theoretical book. I really like this book. Next one is 101 Essays That Will Change the Way You Think. I have not read all of them, but the ones I have read are phenomenal, and I have reread several of them, and I've just kind of been making my way through the book when I pick it up, and just picking out the ones that I think, like, see, I have marked and annotated, just the ones that stand out to me, and yeah, it's a great one. I suggest it. It's really popular on like TikTok and stuff. Another one is The Comfort Crisis. This is such a good book. Like, such a good book. This one is about how we have gotten very comfortable as a human race, and how being comfortable is actually very dangerous for us, and how it leads to a lot of mental health issues and us struggling with ourselves. So this is a really good book, and it talks about like actual ways that you can combat that as well. So that's all of my like self-help books. I love self-help books, but I also love some good fiction books. And of course, Colleen Hoover is right up there in the top ones. This one is actually my favorite by her. I've read several of them. Ugly Love takes the cake, like completely. Like, there is no competition. Ugly Love literally made me ugly cry, like sob ugly cry. It is an amazing book, and I love it so much. So I definitely suggest this one. I suggest anything by Colleen Hoover. She's a phenomenal writer, and I'm sure that if you're watching this video and you've watched videos like it, you've also heard other people talk about her. But another one that I love by her is Verity. That's the first one that I ever read, and it was very good, and I still think about it, and like it leaves you on kind of an edge, and so yeah, I just still think about that book. All right, another one that I really love is The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. This one is about a Hollywood actress, so it does talk a lot about like not very ethical things. So if you're not into things like that and you're not into stories that really talk about that a lot, then you probably won't enjoy this one. But it is a very good book, and I read it in like 3 days. So this one I definitely suggest. And then last but certainly not least, my absolute favorite author is Lisa Garner. I have read almost all of her books. She writes in a really cool way. She writes like thriller novels, and usually it's like serial killer novels. So she will write from the point of view of the FBI agents and like the cops, the point of view of the killer, and the point of view of the victim. And it bounces back and forth to tell the story in most of her books. Some of them are not like that, but I love Lisa Garner. The first one I read by her was Alone, and it's one of my favorites. And yeah, I just really like Lisa Garner, and I've read most of her books, so obviously I think they're good. Another one that I really like is called The Child. I don't have it, I gave it away. But it's about a construction crew finds under an old apartment building the body of a child, and it's not actually a body, it's a bones. It's really old, and this reporter goes to investigate who it is. So it's really good. But yeah, those are my favorite books. So let me know if you read them and let me know what you think. Alright, so my next section is creators that I love. So we're moving more from like the items to like more artistic and like abstract things like creators and content that I love. So my number one content creator that I really love right now is definitely Sydney Adams. I will put like her right here somewhere. She is just so genuine and uplifting while also being very real. And I just love Sydney so much. I know that if we met in person, we would be like BFFs. But yeah, so Sydney is probably the number one that creator that I watch. Next would definitely be Katelynn Nolan. Katelynn is also a fitness coach. Oh, so is Sydney. But she is also a personal trainer. She got her certification literally like a couple weeks before I got mine. So it was really cool to see her like talk about it and like talk about studying at the same time that I was studying. She's another one that I feel like if we met in person, we would be really good friends. But she's just very calming to watch. She's very honest, very real, and she has a lot of different areas that she talks about. So like lifestyle, but also home decor. She talks about fitness and wellness, and I'll talk again about her because she has a podcast in my podcast section. Next one that I love is for YouTube, definitely Clara Peirce. She's another one that I relate to really well. She's not very peppy and like, she's kind of like me. I love watching her videos. She travels and loves like designer things, but she also really loves like good deals and like TJ Maxx, and she does a lot of shopping, and she does a lot of moving content and like household and cooking. Like she's a really good cook, and she uses lots of recipes and tells you where she gets the recipes from. So I really like Clara Peirce. I really like to watch hers. I think she was probably the first YouTuber that I like subscribed to. Next is Libby Christensen. Libby is one of my absolute favorite creators. She is a fitness influencer, but she also does a little bit of lifestyle here and there. But her main thing is fitness, and she's a Gymshark athlete, and I love to watch Libby. I think she is so funny and so fun, and she just makes my day better when I watch her. Next is Payton Sartain. Payton is probably the second YouTuber that I ever subscribed to. She was the first like big time influencer that I started to follow like on Instagram and everything else. She is more of the, like when I want to watch stuff about like luxury and kind of a higher price lifestyle and just kind of being like a more expensive lifestyle. She is like an older sister type vibe, and I love it. She's very real, very raw, and I just, in case you can't tell, that's a theme of what I like to watch. But she's definitely lifestyle. She travels a lot, and she is very honest and open about everything, and I love that about her. She's another one that I will talk about in the podcast section. Now for like the newer people that I followed on YouTube, but mainly that I found from TikTok. So Kristina Walters, I mainly follow her for TikTok. I love her TikToks and I love to watch her, and I wish she filmed more and posted more on YouTube. I do follow her on YouTube or subscribe to her on YouTube, but she doesn't post very often, and I just love to watch her content. Right now she's getting ready to get married, and it's so fun to see her like go through all of the stuff being a bride. Another one that I really love to follow on TikTok and watch her TikTok content that I would absolutely love to watch also on YouTube if she posted more was Alexandra Willams. She's getting ready to get married. She's another one that's going through all of her wedding content right now, and I love that. She's so genuine, and I think she's a lot like Sydney Adams, and I think they're friends in real life, but she is just one that brightens my day, and I love watching her. I also recently started watching Monet McMichael. I think is how you say her last name, I'm pretty sure. But I really, really like her content. I like how like spunky and funny she is. The way that she edits her videos is really entertaining, and I really love that. She's also one of the like higher end luxury type lifestyles, and I love that. She's also very real and raw about it. So not very like snobby about it. Yeah, those are my favorite content creators right now. I know that was a lot, but I hope you guys go follow them because they are all genuinely great people. My next category that I'm going to do is music because it's going to kind of be a shorter one. I don't have any like artists that I'm really super into right now. I just like having a big mix of artists. But I've been in like my rap and R&B era, partially because of Dre's influence, because that's what he listens to. But definitely like J. Cole, 21 Savage. I like Lil Durk. I like NLE. But I also like SZA. Usually my R&B is female artists. Tim's is one of my all-time favorites right now. I also, for male R&B artists, I really like The Weeknd right now. And Brent Faiyaz, I think is how you say his last name. I'm so sorry if I'm butchering that. I just recently started listening to him. But of course, I've always been a huge Juice fan, Juice WRLD, and Trippie Redd. I really like Trippie too. X sometimes. I like Ski Mask a lot, and Sleepy Hollow, but just like a good mix of rap and R&B is usually what's playing on my playlist. And for my last category, we have podcasts. I have been out of my podcast listening phase a little bit, but I will tell you my favorite ones when I am like listening to podcasts. So my absolute number one is Not Your Typical. It is Katelynn Nolan, the creator that I talked about earlier. She's one of my favorite creators. She is just very inspirational when she talks. She just has a way with words. She talks about fitness and lifestyle and like living a healthy lifestyle. And I think that's what I love the most about her content, is that it's something that I'm very interested in. And she's a genuine person, so that just makes it even better. So I love that one. That's definitely one to go listen to. Next would be Note to Self. That is Payton Sartain's. Sometimes because I am religious, I skip over some of her episodes because she is very spiritual, not religious, very much into like manifestation and like luck and things like that I don't necessarily believe in, but the way she talks about it is a way that I can listen to it without feeling like something's weird about it, you know, like something weird in my conscience about listening to it. She talks about it in a way that I can listen to it and just kind of realize that part is not for me, but the rest of it I love. She has some really good advice, especially if you are going through something like a big change in life, because her life is changing a lot. She's been through a lot of life changes, like moving to a new city, going through a breakup. She talks about relationships. She talks about all kinds of stuff. So she's just a really good kind of like life advice. The next one that I listen to the most is probably The Wellness Cafe. Again, she's with her witchy stuff and she likes manifestation and things like that and astrology. But aside from that part, I absolutely love what she stands for. Her whole thing is about being kind to yourself and going on a wellness journey that is actually productive for yourself, not like harmful and like mentally draining. So she's really great to listen to for like being that girl and being motivated and being productive. That's a good podcast for that one. The last podcast that is one of my favorites is the Whoa That's Good. This is a Christian podcast. It's by Sadie Robertson. Robinson Huff. I think it's her married name, Robertson Huff. She's from Duck Dynasty, and she is now in ministry, and I really love her podcast. And I love the guests that she has on. It is such a great podcast, and it's always just a great way to like leave on like a positive note and like turn your day around. And even if it's talking about some heavier stuff, it's still like God's word, and I just absolutely love it. That's a really good podcast if you want to check it out for some positivity and some Christianity and for like God's word. Alright guys, that wraps up this video. I'm sure you're tired of hearing me talk at this point. I'm excited to hear if you guys try any of these things out or try listening to any of the things that I've suggested. Please let me know, leave a comment, and if you like this video, please give it a like and subscribe to never miss content. I have actually thoroughly enjoyed making this video. And I will link everything down below, including like creators and all of that stuff. And I will let you know, I have an Amazon storefront, and so if I link anything on Amazon, I do get commission from it. I don't want you to think that I'm like being sneaky about it, but I will definitely label everything that I get commission from down below, just to be transparent with you guys. But I would greatly appreciate the support, but really truly the point of this video was just to show you all of my favorite things. So I again hope you've enjoyed this video, and I hope to see you again next week.